20 NATO members have been captured in Ukraine, and they were working for the Ukrainian government, and they were in a mission of attacking Russia. And let me tell you, 3 of them are top officials in the NATO military, and they are coming from Britain. Let me tell you, these people now are saying that they were just in a holiday and they were not planning anything. But after a thorough diagnosis and a thorough investigation, it is also found that one of them was a spy, and these people were working on a mission, which actually we do not know because the Russian government has not put it out. Russia has said that it is not going to release these people whatsoever, even if Britain calls them a million times. These people must face justice. And now Britain is saying that Russia has to return them because they were not doing anything wrong. They had just gone there for a holiday. How do you go for a holiday in a country that is in a full-scale war with Russia? Russia is saying that they cannot be fooled and these people have to face justice.
Ukraine has already lost. And the argument I would make is Ukraine has now lost 20+% of its territory. And we know from the counteroffensive last year that there's no way that Ukraine is going to take back that territory. So that territory is lost. The question is, what does the war look like going forward? My argument is that moving forward, Ukraine is going to lose more territory. More people are going to die. And the principal reason this is the case is that this is a war of attrition. And in a war of attrition, the balance of manpower, the balance of artillery, and the balance of air power all matter greatly. And if you look at all 3 of those balances, they are decisively against Ukraine right now, and they only get worse with the passage of time.
Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, and a sincere salutations to the hopeful elect, and also a healthy shalom to the few Akwath who are listening and learning. Lord's willing, this lesson be edifying. And today's lesson was inspired by this article from the Kiev Post, which is entitled, Ukraine's Army Opens Its Ranks to the 60-Plus Club. It reads, Zelensky signs law allowing citizens 60-plus to volunteer for military service. Contract terms include 1-year enlistment, medical clearance, and no upper age limit. So the reason why this is significant is due to the gentleman in the clip that I played prior saying that this war between Russia and Ukraine is a war of attrition. Now, when you look up war of attrition, it states a war of attrition, a prolonged war or period of conflict during which each side seeks to gradually wear out the other by a series of small-scale actions. All right, when we scroll down, it reads, a war of attrition is a military strategy in which one side tries to cause the other to lose so many soldiers and to have so much military equipment destroyed that the enemy forces are worn down until they collapse. All right, so that's the strategy, okay, of a war of attrition. And a sign that you're losing a war of attrition is passing legislation to allow 60 and up to join your military. If that's not a sign that you're losing this war of attrition, I don't know what is. All right. Now, we know that ultimately this war between Russia and Ukraine, okay, is a proxy war. All right. This war has been set up by America and NATO to weaken Russia's weaponry, artillery, to weaken them before the main event starts, okay? This third world war in which America and its NATO allies are going to go up against Russia and its BRICS allies in the War of Armageddon in World War III. All right, this is Bible prophecy. So let me grab 2nd Esdras 16, and I'll start at verse 32. It says, "And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel through them. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine." And that's what's taking place. All right. Ukraine has lost so many men that they're resulting to enlisting 60 plus year olds into their military. Okay. The men have been sent to the meat slaughter. And this is going to continue to happen. All right. They've already had a draft. And what's next? NATO and America are going to continue, which they've already have been to doing, but they're going to continue to send not only aid as in weaponry, but also men. Okay. So this is a sign of the Third World War escalating. All right. Escalating. Let's grab this is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4. It reads, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth." And this red horse and him that sit thereon, all right, is symbolic of who? It's symbolic of Esau, Edom, okay, the so-called self-proclaimed white man. All right. He is the one that is going throughout the four corners of the earth and taking peace from it. Okay. And why is he taking peace from the earth? Why does he do the things that he does? Number one, because he's the wicked that the Bible speaks of, but also because this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. It reads, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Right. Esau, Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man, never keepeth at home. He's always in someone else's land, rape, robbing, murdering, plundering, taking what is not his. It says, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. Because if you have something that he wants, he's coming to get it, and he's going to kill anything standing in his way that's trying to stop him from obtaining it. It says, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. And ultimately, this is what's going to be his downfall. Okay, his undying thirst of not being satisfied. Okay, to try to take over the whole world and not be satisfied with everything that he's already acquired through theft. It says, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. All right. That's sleazy E, man. If not, if this isn't talking about sleazy E, then who is it talking about? So it says, Revelation 6 and 4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Right. And what's that great sword that Esau has? All right. That military industrial complex, man. All right. America has that great sword. It's the most powerful nation on the face of the earth. Okay. But these other nations have caught up, and some say surpass America's strength. All right. And because he has that great sword, that military, what does he do? he neither keepeth at home, and enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. Because one thing we do know is that all wars are over resources, not democracy, not America trying to be the what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to be the righteous nation and to bring peace and democracy throughout the four corners of the earth. Everything they do is for gain of resources.
They say it's about nukes, but is that true? In March, Iran found 7,000 tons of a rare earth mineral called antimony and opened a rare earth plant for monazite. Here's the thing. China banned imports of antimony to the U.S. in December, and Iran just happens to have exactly what we need. Antimony is needed for AI, for solar, for EVs, and even the military uses it in high quantities. What if the real motive is to gain control or hold on to U.S. dominance in all of the tech arenas? I'm Bernadette Gold, and I dig up truth in people's lives, but I also look into the patterns that are affecting all of us, because what we're being told is not the whole story.
Either we're going to help Ukraine or we're not. It's now time to give them the F-16s, let them fly the planes, long-range artillery to hit targets inside of Russia. They're sitting on $10 to $12 trillion of critical minerals in Ukraine. They could be the richest country in all of Europe. I don't want to give that money and those assets to Putin to share with China. If we help Ukraine now, they can become the best business partner we ever dreamed of. That $10 to $12 trillion of critical mineral assets could be used by Ukraine and the West, not given to Putin and China. This is a very big deal how Ukraine ends. Let's help them win a war we can't afford to lose. Let's find a solution to this war. But they're sitting on a gold mine to give Putin $10 or $12 trillion of critical minerals that he will share with China is ridiculous.
So as you can see, ultimately, this man's greed is going to be his downfall. So let's go back to Habakkuk chapter 2 and go to verse 6. It reads, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increases that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay? Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them." Right. He's going to be unto a prey. All right. It says for booties. Let's click on for booties. It says outline of biblical uses. It says booty, spoil, plunder. Right. So ain't no fun when the rabbit has the gun. All right. He's going to be knee deep in war, and it's going to come to a point where he's going to be put in the same situation that he once had all these nations in. All right. He's going to be caught in a snare, in a trap. All right. He's going to be for a spoil, and he's going to be plundered. Okay. All because he can't be satisfied with what he's already done, stole and robbed from all the nations on earth, chiefly the Lord's chosen people. It says, let's end it here. It says, Obadiah 1:7 in the NLT, "All your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it." Right? It's going to get to the point where this war is going to get so hot and heavy that even his NATO allies are going to be like, you know what, America, you're the problem. They're going to turn on America too. So, hey, everybody's going to turn on sleazy E in the end. Okay? So, I'm going to end it there. Lord's willing, this was edifying. Shalom, Israel. Wa abad babal.